Yo, it's Odil here. I'm here with TRSHY. Let's talk some trash. What's the most toxic thing you've ever done? Man, probably spinning back knowing I shouldn't be spinning back, to be fair. Probably the most toxic thing. And not really crazy toxic, but I just know when I shouldn't be doing shit and I do it anyway. Like, not all the time, I'm not always gonna do it, but like sometimes when you know you shouldn't be doing something and you do it, that could be toxic. What's the luckiest thing that's ever happened to you? I was in Spain, I lost my passport, I was stuck in Spain. I was supposed to come back for my headline show. If anyone remembers my first ever headline show, well, no, my second headline show in London at the Alternate. It was literally like 3-4 days before and I lost my passport in Spain, but luckily I had a good friend. I don't know if I should name him right now, but my good friend called him up and he was able to contact some higher ups and I got my passport within like a day, like a brand new passport in a day in Spain. So yeah, that was the luckiest thing that ever happened to me. I was able to get back and perform. If not, they was gonna make me wait for like 2-3 weeks to get a new passport. I would have been pissed. So yeah, luckiest thing. What's your biggest flex? I think my versatility is my biggest flex, to be fair. I was raised in different places, so like I've got like the Afro background, like the European background, you know what I mean? So like I've seen different things, been in different places, so it's allowed me to be able to enter different pockets and understand and thrive in different places. And it reflects in my music, so I have that. That's my biggest flex. What's your biggest pet peeve? My biggest pet peeve is when people are stingy, when people are really like tight with money and you know that they've got it. Like it's just like, if you're friends and stuff, everyone should be able to be like, yo, you have this, but when people are like really tight, that's a huge pet peeve because I feel like everyone should be able to just know, especially if they owe you bread and then they don't give it back and then it's like, but you, yeah, that shit's annoying. But yeah, that's it. What's your unpopular opinion? I don't know, maybe it's because I'm in ATL, innit? But I don't think BBLs are that great. I'm just like, yeah, I don't think they're that great. I'm more into like naturals, but if you got a good BBL, cool. But BBLs to me, I'm just like, I'm not really too fussed, you know what I mean? That's it. In the name of ATL. You know what I mean? What do you look for before shooting your shot? I normally look to see if they got like a good vibe. You know what I mean? Like a down-to-earth vibe. You normally can see it in the way they interact with other people. If you're preying from like the room or somewhere, you can kind of see what their vibe is. If they're kind of standoffish or like how they react to the music, are they dancing, are they not? Are they like, what's the vibes like? I normally pre that before I shoot my shot. Or if it's not, and if it's online, it's like, what kind of pictures do you post? Do you travel? Where do you be at? Do you be like, where do you eat at? Or like, what kind of things you do other than like just taking pictures, like what your interest? Yeah. What's the biggest misconception about your Zodiac sign? I don't really study my Zodiac sign like that. But I'm not gonna lie, most of the times, a lot of it is actually real. I can't lie. I can't even argue with some of the stuff that I see. I'm like, all right, cool. I see myself in that sometimes. I'm a Sagittarius. What does that mean? We're cool, right? See, I mean, girls be Odil. The girls be like, oh, Sagittarius guys are like hoes. And I'm like, come on now, be a bit more respectful. Come on now. You beg to differ. I don't think it's that though. I just feel like we're very personable people, you know what I mean? We're a good vibe. Huh? Flirtatious. All right, cool, I'll take it. I'll take it, fair enough. What's something toxic that you like? I don't really like toxic shit. Really, I'm just kind of like cool, like, do you know what I mean? I just like things being like smooth. When girls kind of like dominant and possessive, as a joke, it's fun. When it's lighthearted and playful, but when they take it over the top, that's when it gets, I'm like, I'm all right. But yeah, that's something that's like, it's cheeky, it's sweet, you know what I mean? Have you ever been in love? Yeah, of course. Yeah, 100%. I had my first girlfriend, my second girlfriend, third, yeah, 100% I've been in love. But I feel like I've had like, what, like 3, 4, nah, 5? 5 is crazy. 4, that's crazy. I feel like who was I most in love with? I feel like you fall in love with like the different things in different people, you know? You know what I mean? So all of them they all allow me to learn more about myself and what I do love. So maybe the next time I love someone, they're gonna have traits that I didn't see in the last, and I'll be like, okay, now I love this person, like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. What's your smoothest pickup line? It depends on when we are. Yeah, it depends. It's probably like if I'm out and I see someone that I like, it's probably like, hey, introduce myself, you know what I mean? Ask for a name, and I'm like, okay, cool, how much of your time do I have? That's it. Normally they'll be like, all right, cool. They'll tell me how much time we've got, and then we move from there. If it's online, I don't really like, you know, shooting my shot online, because it's a bit, I don't know, it's weird. But, yeah, like, if it's online, what's it gonna be? I don't know, I'll keep that one to myself. I'll tell you what I do outside, but yeah, on the DMs, that one's for me. But yeah, that's it, to be fair. What era of music was the best? Ooh, I'd say like mid-90s to early 2000s for sure. The era of like John B, D'Angelo, Joe, Genuine, Whitney, Brandy. I just really like the way like hip hop and soul was like merged together. Those are like my go-tos in terms of inspiration when it comes to like, the music I make. So that was, yeah, I feel like New Jack Swing and like contemporary R&B being like merged together was just a great time in music. But yeah. Do you have a hidden talent? I don't know. I don't think a lot of people know that I produce. So I produce. I think that's a hidden talent. So yeah, like I produced Blame You, Be Easy, Karma, Kainji Dam, Showbiz on my recent project, Sondela on Sunday at Zuri's. Yeah, I produced quite a few records. But yeah. How did you get your name? So my name is Odil. And it came from a conversation with my dad when I was in Nigeria. I was about to go for like a radio interview at the time because he really wanted to get me into it when I was in Nigeria. So he was like, yo, like my friend owns a radio station, like go for a radio interview. I said, cool. He was like, okay, cool, but when they ask you what your artist name is, what's it gonna be? And I had a name in my head and it just didn't make sense. So we went back and forth on what the name would be. My Nigerian name's actually Obi. That's part of the name. That's where it came from. But it was just a conversation of like what my goal is in music and what my promise is to God to basically just give back to those who need it when I do get to the place that I want to get to. So yeah, it's kind of a thing that I need to fulfill during my time. That's what my name is. So it's Odil. It's like a deal with me and God to, you know, fulfill the things that I said I will during my time. So yeah, Odil is the name, that's how it came about. What's the biggest adult life hack? Hiring people to do stuff that you don't want to do. Because when you're younger, they're like, yeah, you have to do this, you have to do that. But you make enough money, you can just literally hire people to do it. Cleaners, chefs, people to book flights, everything. So, you know what I mean? That's really dope. If you could get away with a crime, what would it be? Bruh. Currently, it's a crime for me to like travel to places. So it's kind of crazy. I've been missing shows and everything because I can't fly out. And yeah, I feel like if I could just fly anywhere I needed to be or go anywhere I wanted to go and just chill, then I would do that. Also, taxes, bro. If we didn't have to flip and pay taxes, that'd be great. So yeah, that'd be it. Who's the worst person you know and why? I don't know them personally, but there's this guy online who's like, game is game, and then he utters the most diabolical things ever. I don't know, just type in game is game and then listen to the things this guy says. The guy's insane. But yeah, that's probably, I don't know him, but I know of him, and he is one of the worst people. At which point do you let a girl meet your mum? If I like her, like if I actually like her, it could be any point, because she could just end up seeing my mum at any point. Like my mum could be around me. My mum's always around me, so she's gonna meet them anyway. But my mum will normally tell me whether she's a good one or whether she's not. And my mom's 100% is always right, you know what I mean? So it could be any time. She could meet them anytime, but really and truly, it's if I really like them and I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. But I don't think I'd bring them to my mom. She would just be in the same place as my mom randomly. And then, yeah, that's it. Which city has the best looking women? Toronto, for sure. I'll give it to Toronto. Insane. The diversity is incredible. But yeah, that's me. Questions done. Yo, it's Odil here, just wrapped up with Trash Talk. If it ain't trash, then it's trash.